In this video, I'm going to be covering like 10 to 15 money making methods, some extremely smart and clever and high requirements, some just very easy, and I'll also be talking about, the skills list, mining, smithing, fire making, woodcutting. I'll go over each one just for 20 seconds, giving you my 2 cents, and also do feel free to leave a like if this video did help you, and don't forget to subscribe as well if you haven't. I will be posting a ton of demo mode videos, and in the past I have quite a bit of demo mode experience under my belt. I really want to share it with you guys, so make sure you check out my other new recent demo mode guide videos. I'll be posting the best places to train and an overall guide for beginners very shortly, so make sure you look out for that. I want to start it off with something very easy, that anyone can do, basically level 3 in demo mode, as long as you got just a little bit of gold, and that is buying items from the shop and then flipping it to the GE. You'd be surprised, how lazy people still are. They don't want to run and go fetch these items. You could flip bronze arrows for literally 7 GP, 5, 10. Iron arrows, I've seen them up to 45, and of course you can buy them much cheaper in the shop. There's also items you can buy such as stews from Camelot, which heal more than a lobster, and they're like 20 GP. Not necessarily you could sell and flip on the GE, something that could really benefit you and save you money. A penny saved is a penny earned, guys. Another really good spot is the shop in Arty. It has more bronze arrows and has a whole bunch of watered vial packs. If you guys don't know, Herblore is a pretty big deal in demo mode, and I remember doing Herblore multiple times, getting rank 5+, and buying the vials of water was always like 12 to 20 gold. And it was a struggle, guys, but if you could come here and flip it, you could be making a lot of money. I know a lot of PVMers and PKers that really grind out those Freminate quests, including, the Nezi Helm as well. And if you guys don't know, you actually can go to these shops as well on this island, and they sell raw fish plus cooked fish for very cheap. And if you head just a bit west, you can actually buy some mithril, armor and some mithril weapons, which you could sell in the GE for quite a bit. I know that mithril plate body, legs, and full helm go for quite a bit, just because people want to train with it. But once they unlock the Warriors Guild, they need to get that defender, and they need a full armor set, and normally people go with mithril. I'll definitely try to include a wide variety of money making tips in this video, but you can't go wrong with medium level PVM, and one of them is ice trolls. These are honestly the best to do in the first day or two. They drop rune kite shields, raw sharks, coin stacks, nature runes. I think they even drop coal and addy full helms. They drop a lot of stuff. You could easily make a couple 100k, and if you're the first to these locations, you're going to be just raking in the gold before anyone gets there, and you have no worries of any PK or any danger. Actually, there's 3 different locations to kill the ice trolls, and I'm not going to tell you which one's the best. I could get you killed by telling you to go to a certain one because people watch this video, so you might want to do your own research and make that decision. A couple of them are multi, a couple of them aren't, but maybe the multi is less packed. So you guys want to make your own route, be different, be unique, and be ahead. That's how you're really going to get there in demo mode. Another favorite of mine is the Crazed Archaeologist. This is only in 23 wild, which means you only have to run like 3 wild levels down to teleport out. And there's a couple spiders and whatnot you could get aggro in, but it definitely is a little bit dangerous. But this thing drops so many good items in the first day. It drops red d'hide, onyx bolt tips, rune crossbows, and power enemies. Almost everything that people really need the first day or two, and it's overpriced. I know rune crossbows are like 100k. They drop down to like 65k. Onyx bolt tips, that's amazing alk. If you could get that, that's a pure like 60k drop, which is amazing the first day. Alright, so the next and possibly the best, it's skilling, boys. Finally, skilling is profitable in demo mode. If you were to train skills in the normal game, like Herblore or something, you're spending so much money to make a ranged pot. You're almost losing up to 1,000 gold some potions, but these demo mode servers, mainly seasonals, are totally different. You can make so much gold. In my past, I've gotten rank 1 crafting, rank 2 smithing, rank 1 Herblore. I got, high-ass mining level. I think I was ranked like 4 or something. I quit at 95. I've done Slayer, I've done PKing, I've almost done every route like weeks into it. So, it wasn't just me getting lucky the first day. I feel like I really know what I'm talking about, and skilling is the best way to go, guys. And I would honestly suggest probably doing your quest the first day, because that's the sketchiest part. You don't want PKers to be more powerful, but if you were to do your quest and then do all your skilling and make a crap ton of money the first day or two, you're going to be set with full ruin, glories, and mills to train and buy supplies. That's kind of the route I always go, and it's always worked out really well. I'll give you guys a few of my suggestions of, what skills you may want to do, but you guys have to realize you could pick any skill and be the top 5 or 10 in that rank and grind and make so much gold. Like mining, honestly, probably isn't the best, but if you were to be one of the first players or two to ruin ore and maybe had a buddy that was smithing as well, you guys could make bank. It's all about, how you plan it out, maybe using some of your clanmates or friends as leverage, and maybe alts as well, guys. So yeah, I guess I'll cover it real quick. Mining is going to be decent. Definitely if you get some ruin ore and you do motherlode mine, which is pretty AFK, not too much PKers come there, definitely something good for your alt. Smithing, guys, it's slow to train, but you can make absolute bank. Everyone needs addy skimmies, mithril armor, like I said before, adamant, and any type of ruin item goes through the roof. I mean, you could buy 2 rune bars, I think, to make a rune full helmet, and you're selling that rune full helmet for like 30-40k. And you're buying the ruin ore for almost cheaper because everyone knows that no one has the level, so they're gonna chuck the ruin ore in the G for like 5k. Definitely really good, especially if you grind it out. Fishing and cooking, definitely decent. It's kind of one of those, minimum wage jobs IRL. It's always easy, it's always something anyone can do. It's kind of AFK. It's never gonna pay out that well, but it's gonna do decent, especially if you get high ass ranks and maybe you're one of the first people to sharks. But sadly, sharks used to be so much more, but since minnow fishing came out, it's not as much. As far as fire making goes, there's really winter Todd. There's nothing else. I mean, everyone knows fire making is pretty bad. Moving on to wood cutting, if you're one of the first people to get to magic logs, that's really all you can make insane profit on. Logs is going to be a base 400 GP the whole time. But yeah, I remember magic logs going for like 2k to 3k. People need them for quests. People really want that magic short bow the first day or two. To farming, one of the best. The seeds are extremely cheap, and the herbs, only rise every single day, and things like tourstles or snapdragons can go for 15 to 20k each. Really good money making method. Plus, you could also think about more unknown methods such as the herbivore on the new fossil island. I'm sure most people won't be going there, and it rakes in a lot of herbs. Hunter, a favor by me. I've gotten 83 one time, I think, on one of my alts. And I did Pearl for a little bit, got some Dragon Implings. It's pretty good loot, it's really fun as well. You could also catch Chinchampas, which go for, a decent price, not as much as the 07, but still quite nice. And people do like the chin for range, so might want to look into that. Now Slayer is amazing, a little bit dangerous of course with certain tasks, but you can make a lot of money once you get to wyverns or gargoyles or cuirass, aberrant specters. All of these things are amazing, and of course whips, they go for like 2 to 4 to 5 mil. Dark bows, like everything in Slayer, honestly it's phenomenal. I'm gonna be going for this route this time. If you guys don't know, I set a goal in the first Deadman mode to go for the Slayer route, and I actually got rank 2, and then I settled at rank 3, and I was the first person to 99 strength. So I'm gonna go hard at it, guys. I'm gonna make a route, a plan, but there's a lot of good people playing nowadays. It's gonna be a challenge, it really is. You got fletching, it is pretty damn good if you can make, maybe onyx bolt tips or those magic short bows I was talking about, dragon bolts, etc. But making basic bows and, alking them or selling them in the GE isn't going to be that good, but it's a little bit of gold. It's probably 50 to 100k an hour the first couple hours if you're cutting like maple bows and all that shit. I've done it a couple times. I'm probably going to do it on an alt because I do need it for something, a little secret method that I'll expose later on. Moving on to crafting, another good one. People definitely need those red and black DI'd bodies and whatnot. That stuff goes for quite a bit, plus strength enemies and whatnot. Definitely another good skill. But if we look at thieving, this actually recently got patched. I think it was a season ago, because people had like thieving bots and it was bad. People were just basically nerding out for 15 hours a day in the safe zone, getting like a mil or 2 gold and then swapping it for 50, 100 mil 07, and it was pretty bad, guys. It would really ruin the economy. There's some gem stalls and other ways to make money with thieving, and I don't even want to give away any of the methods. It's kind of self-explanatory. If you want to just click on a guy all day, it's decent, guys, but it is patched in a safe zone. I don't think you get any gold, or maybe it's no XP. I'm gonna actually have to look into that. Moving on to herblore, one of the best. You can't make that much profit in the first day making like pea pots and stuff, but once you get up there to brews and super restores and range pots, you're gonna be making so much. The demand is pretty high on potions considering it is a PK server. Agility, very useful considering super energies and staminas are very rare for the first couple days, and you're gonna be doing a lot of running because of questing. but I would keep onto your marks at grace, guys. Staminas, like I just said, go for quite a bit, and amylase crystals are hard to find. I think they go for like, I don't even know, 500 a K each, so you could be making quite a bit of money each, 10 tokens you get. Looking at construction, definitely something you're going to want to have to like 50 if you're a PKer, but you could even get to 70 or 75 and host gilded altars and advertise at the GE and PM people, and people pay fucking good money. It's really overpriced. And even if you could scam people if you want, you could steal their bones. I don't suggest it. Only trust someone you really know. But yeah, people do that all the time. Almost finished with the skills, guys. Moving on to rune crafting. It's not that good. Honestly, most people are buying runes from the shop, and back in the day, nature runes used to be like 650 in the demo mode seasons, but now they're like 250, 300 because there's an XP cap, and people don't need to grind that hard to get magic, so sadly it's not that good. Alright, so the next money making method is going to be Salazar the Twisted, or something like that, whatever his name is. He's basically a high level chaos druid found below the Yanil dungeon, and you basically follow this path. I think you need 56 agility to get through. You go past the chaos druids, down the ladder, up the ladder, and then you've entered the lair, and it's so easy to trap them. You stand south 1 square of this light post right here, and you want to use Fire Strike. You're going to hit 12s every single time. That is how it's coded. It's been like that for like 10 years, and it's really good XP. He drops Sinister Keys as well, along with a whole bunch of regular herbs, plus you could kill the chaos druids while he's respawning. But this Sinister Key, I did a video of it in my money making guide, and this key gives you like a Torstol, 3 Raynars, 3 Aventos, 3 Qualm, 3 Irrit, Harlanders. It's really good. It gives you so much bulk herbs that you can sell for so much gold, and you do need 67 agility to get into this room, which isn't actually that bad in demo mode, guys. I think it's 15 times XP now, and you could do the pyramid for a couple hours, make a whole bunch of gold, and get up that level, and then you can go train and just make bank, and you could be the first one there. No one will even touch you, no one will PK you. Yeah. Next up, the ordinary chaos druids. You gotta hate them, but you gotta love them. Everyone goes to it. These druids are definitely fun to kill the first day or two, and they're not bad XP. They're only, low level. They got 20 HP. They drop a good amount of law runes, nature runes, mithril bolts, and a wide variety of herbs. And I want to let you guys know that herbs go up every single day, so you might want to hold on to them for a little bit. Most people go to the chaos druids below the Edgeville dungeon, but it's actually a little bit dangerous, and there's so much people passing by. And with the RD lever and with the 10k reward as the barbarian village, there's just so much like traffic going through that whole area, plus people training Slayer with the 50 Slayer. I think it's like Vanica or something, whatever the person's name is. So guys, I would probably get 53 thieving, which isn't too bad. You could get in like a half hour in RD getting cakes, maybe doing a little bit of silk for a little bit of extra gold, and then you unlock this whole tower. There's actually ogres below, there's bats. It's fairly close to the RD city already, but if you go downstairs, there's actually a chest that you can thieve open. You get like 1k plus 2 blood runes, I think, and it sends you back into the city, so quick ass escape. You can be getting attacked while you do it. Another common, decent, but dangerous spot is the hill giants. With the new, Obor, whatever his name is, the new boss, you can actually get a key, and it's not too rare. And if you, get the key, you can go in and kill the boss. He drops like rune plate legs, rune 2-hand, rune longs, he drops a lot of really good stuff. But the only fact is, you have to run through multi-combat to get to these hill giants. And if you go up the stairs, there could be a huge clan waiting, so you might want to have a scout. Another basic money making tip, green dragons. I mean, who hasn't heard about this? There's so many different locations. Really pick your death spot, because it's pretty dangerous. Every PKer in the world starts out their trip at green dragons. And I like to go to the graveyard one, and there's multiple dragons there. Although you can go to the mummies and the skeletons in the graveyard, and maybe X-log, or just get aggro and try and get a box. But another thing I would suggest is just going to the 13 wild one, and always having your hand like over the telly, so if any PKer comes, you can just dip out. There's nothing ever attacking you. I know this green dragon spot is a little bit less populated, but it's still so dangerous, guys. I would not go with this shit. Alright, so I said earlier how thieving was nerfed, and it kind of is. It's still decent gold. I wouldn't go for it, guys. All these methods, like I said, they're just the minimum wage. They're gonna get you a couple 10, 50, 100k maybe, but if you keep doing it, it's really gonna hurt you. But yes, you can actually lower guards, and you know, other things outside of the wall. And even this, for example, I could have taken these guards inside that little house and closed the door, and I just keep them there the whole time. You could even bring an alt to run me food and to take the gold that I've actually thieved back to the bank. I'm gonna highly suggest this method if you got a big pair of balls in like 60 range. It's killing red dragons in Brimhaven. Every time I've done crafting, it's almost impossible to get red dragon hide, and they were going for 10 to 15k each. So that means like each red dragon kill is about 10 to 15k if you want to include the bones. The gold rate goes down as herbs go up. You know, everything is pretty chaotic, and I've got it mapped out from playing so many seasons. But yes guys, like it starts at 100 gold, goes to 75, 50, 30, 25, and I'd say after a week it's still 1 to 15 probably. And so if you, let's say that guys, each kill is 15k times 15, that's like what, 225k I believe. That's insane. You're looking at 300k almost a red dragon kill. And imagine if you were to go here in the first 5 hours, you're gonna be making so much gold. I wish more people didn't play demo mode to swap and whatnot, but I wish more people did play demo mode to swap. It would just give it more players and more people to kill, etc, etc. Also found a little bit farther into the Brimhaven cave is the metal dragons, iron and steel. I think it's better to range the iron and mage the steel. Actually, I'm not totally sure, but I do think that is like truthful. They drop so many good rune items, and dragon meds, dragon, you know, plate skirts, all that stuff, that's gonna go for like 400k a dragon plate skirt and 150k a dragon med. But once people start unlocking Nezis, it's gonna crash. Plus, if anyone is an experienced scaper, they know that these dragons drop what item, guys? Runite limbs, which can be made into the rune crossbows. And you know, everyone starts from level 3, so they don't have rune crossbows. That's a huge basic item. People are so used to paying like 8k for them, and they're gonna be 100 to 150k. So yeah, looking to start the crossbow plantation, head over to the metals. PVM monster gargoyles, pretty self-explanatory. Like I said in Slayer, there's aberrant specters and Kuras. A lot of these monsters recently within the last couple months have got a buff, and that has made for some really good money making methods. Although Slayer is one of the most dangerous, I would not attempt it unless you're damn fucking good at the game, because there's so much multi-combat areas. You have to know what task is good, what to bring, proper getaways, just so many things, guys. Like, demo mode is so fun, it's so easy depending on what route you play, but it can be really stressful and like take a toll on your knowledge and your fun of the game. You cannot have a demo mode money making guide without Barrows. Barrows armor is through the roof. Like, Aram's pieces are what, 3 to 4 mil. Carol's top, just everything is so much. And yeah, it's kind of hard to sell though, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit of a bitch. People do sell for 07 as well. But yeah guys, I see people like Alfie, he was doing it the first day on the tournament just recently. He had 60 chests on the first day. Plus you get all the blood and death runes, which go for quite a bit. And it's not bad training as well. It's basically free magic training, but PKers do camp at the top of the hill or the mound, so everything's dangerous. Like, don't expect this to be, you know, safe. But it goes back to, guys, you cannot see a PKer here for 2 hours, and if you do, don't panic, and hopefully you're skilled enough to, you know, just dig up and down, maybe telly, maybe know which one's your tunnel, go through it. It's not too bad. Alright, the last method I want to bring up is killing Tazar monsters. OB shields are highly sought after, considering some people are really scared to get the Dragon Defender, and an OB shield is like a tier below, you know, a Dragon Defender. And you know, you can get a whole bunch of Toku, you could get gems as well, and you could turn it in to get the OB armor. Everyone is looking to get the OB armor, I'm telling you, it's like Bandos, and it's really obtainable. People use the OB Mall, they're smacking like 55s in demo modes. Shout out to El Chapo, I know he's been doing that every time. He actually had me make him like a torture Emmy or a Zerker necklace, that's what it was last time, because he wanted to do that, and I bet he paid quite a fair chunk of gold for that, you know, full obsidian armor. But yeah fellas, that is wrapping it up. Demo mode money making guide. I'm gonna be posting 2 more videos very soon. Check those out. Leave a like if you haven't. If you watch it this far, like if you're still listening to me, thank you so much. That's awesome, it means a lot. I'm sure this video is gonna be pretty long, like 15-20 minutes. But yeah, have a good one and good luck on demo mode.
Drinking, oh,